All right, kids and cadets.
Oh,
Oh, can't just go around booping.
oh,
No. Oh, what's this about bows and arrows?
Oh, there's there it is that they are 48,000 years old invention.
No. There's a lot that goes into an arrow, so that's impressive.
Hmm.
Well, if I ever do a prehistoric game, relink me that. But until then, I don't think it's immediately pertinent. You know what? I need to sit myself up straight like an adult. It's going to be a hot day, but supposedly it's also going to be a lot of thunder today. It was a nice stormy night last night, you know? Got that cool,
Oh,
constant, bright lightning flashes going on. Give real ambiance.
hmm.
Ambiance.
We
Yeah.
just had heat currently.
Just, just had heat. Okay. Just get my sleeves all done. All right. Last time, you beat up some baddies, and you went back to Drizzen. I think someone's cousin died as well. It was a roaring good time.
everyone had fun except Ashes. We got completely bodied.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I hope your body can keep up. Don't let the bodies hit the floor.
It's a object lesson. Don't do evil, kids. You'll get arrowed.
Right in the eyes, apparently. All right, you've had some time to liquefy your assets and buy some fresh items, buy some new boots, and take care of the rest of the paperwork stuff that I prefer doesn't happen at my table. Right?
Right, that's something that probably should have been done.
Yeah, that is something that should should have
God
been done.
damn it.
To be fair, I barely can find time myself. It's gonna get even better next week because then I also started a course on learning things.
Oh, cool.
Learning?
Yes, I'll be learning the
What are
ins
you,
and
some
out of
kind
it.
of nerd?
I'll be learning the ins and outs of basic accounting, such as cost calculations and basic tax law. It's gonna be great.
It's,
Expect to see this come back in D&D as I give you homework on your taxes.
well, we could start a business. That's something.
I'll write you a whole tax code on how much you owe for how much treasure, and that specific kinds of treasures have specific kinds of paper. You spend 1 day adventuring, you spend 15 days in downtime just to fill out the forms.
And on that note, I have been thinking how, like, adding more granular. Is it granular? What's the word?
Granular?
Like, yeah, to the money you get. So it isn't just gold pieces and silver pieces, but there's currencies and stuff. But might be a bit difficult.
I mean, important question that you should always ask yourself is what exactly is gained by adding this to the world?
Eh, makes the world seem a little bit more real.
Point is, whatever we're playing next, there will be a bureaucratic system, and not filling it incorrectly is not what you want to do. Adventuring is a lucrative business, but the paperwork is not worth it.
Well, there's also the whole you go to an ancient dungeon and bring back
Ancient
money from
disease.
there, and it's just usable immediately.
But you have to smelt it
Even though
down
it's
first.
yeah, like there is a best left buried has a thing where you can't just use gold you found in an old tomb.
You have to
Has to
smelt
be
it into
melted down.
ingots.
Yep.
Therefore, buy your portable forge today and smelt down those useless coins into useful ingots. Do you have a donkey with you and he carries all the coal? Well, if you want to liquidate your assets, go ahead. I don't know why, but my head's feeling weird today.
Oh no.
I slept all right, but my brain is just like. Maybe
Yeah.
it simply dreads the amount of stuff I'm gonna have to do to make book 4 work. Ugh. I don't know if this is a Pathfinder Adventure Path thing, but gosh, so many like, here are just class dudes. Oh well, I'll live. I'll live. After all, you'll just beat him up in one round, and then those 30 minutes of work just gone in an instant. Didn't even get to read up my 5-minute prepared speech about critical tax reforms necessary to re-elevate elves beyond the slums of society.
Well, Archer's good to watch.
All right. Last time I think you all agreed that after you got your financial situation sorted out, if you turned all your money into a nice bank account and then used some paychecks to some nice written checks to buy the things you wanted to buy, and let the rest foster with interest over a period of time that you will probably be finishing the adventure in, you agreed to go and see what that big old rain cloud was about.
Yep, that's the big, rain cloud. Big bad storm.
Yes. And then we will decide some other things, no matter how long this takes, because I did not prepare anything of book 4. Because, I've taken it easy on my prepare stuff, because last time I just prepared everything miles ahead of time, and that wasn't real exhausting. On the plus side, I'm now reaping the benefits. Woo! All right. How do you intend to get over there? It's like a week walking. That's more like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's like a week walking.
Well, right. We have a. Oh, right. Flying carpet is like one person only.
Yeah, it's actually kind
I
of.
mean, I can fly. Someone else can fly the celestial armor.
Listen,
Third person can use the.
you can buy more carpets. If you have the money, you can buy more carpets.
Oh, right. I have celestial armor. Right.
Oh my
Fly.
goodness.
Well, once per day.
I mean, could also see if someone would slap you with the old overland flight, but
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
64 miles in an 8-hour flight period. Holy crap. Can you imagine just flying for 8 hours straight? You don't even get to take a potty break.
Just do what the birds do.
Is this why it's illegal to fly over cities?
Should be.
Well then, let's just set out on this week-long stepping. All right, let's look through the book and see what's happening in yonder bestiary for yonder encounters. Little sleepy baby. The hell is this? I do not know what this is. Oh. Well, that's just lovely. Bestiary 5. Golly golly. Did I even prepare this creature? Do I have this wonky name boy in here? No. Of course I don't. I didn't prepare the... I didn't prepare the encounters. Just roll me up into a breakfast burrito, kids. Just roll me up. I made burritos recently. They were nice. Except for the fact that I forgot to put in the tomato until it was too late.
Don't know when I.
I already fought one of these.
Hmm.
I don't do repeats.
Too classy for that.
I'm too classy for repeats. Alright then, this one's nice and dandy. Along your journeys, as you make your way across the chasm, the large old riverbed, you find yourself across a strange patch of crystals that seem to be shimmering. All of them seem to contain half-digested individuals as well. Additionally, over the course of your several days' journey, you've started to notice that a lot of the demonic features of the landscape are starting to retreat and subside.
Ah. Having an effect.
I mean, you think the world won't be responsible for this, but given the amount of demons you've been culling over here, and the fact you culled some of the stronger ones around, well, that makes sense. Things would dampen down a bit.
Dude. So I kick an evil rock or something.
Take that, rock. Screw you, nature.
Evil nature.
Oh, in that way. Listen, I don't know what a carbuncle is, but they're fantastic.
Oh yeah, those things.
Can be a couple of different things depending on the context. Like in Final Fantasy, it's like a little sparkly dog guy.
Well, here in this book, it's something else. Anyway, you're presented with lots of a strange field of crystals that seem to be surrounding humanoid figures within.
Oh. That ain't good.
I mean, you saw that before in like a nice tomb. So,
More petrified people. Something. Figures aren't moving, are they?
not that you can tell. It's like you're watching completely crystallized, petrified individuals. Although the way it looks is they're like inside the crystal, they're not themselves turned to crystal. And they're being half digested.
Ugh.
I would like to check what do we know about glowy crystals.
That would be a dungeoneering. Thank you. These are carnivorous crystals, and they seem to have a nice meal. It is unlikely that their victims are anything but dead at this point, though.
Carnivorous crystals.
Indeed.
Right, even the rocks want to kill us.
Mm-hmm. Carnivorous crystals come from the plane of Earth.
Okay.
They're also technically classified as oozes, due to their often fluid shape when approaching things.
Right. I'm gonna throw a rock at one of them.
Let's see. It doesn't care about your rock at all. You don't even chip it.
Bing.
Indeed.
Insolent thing.
Oof. Being close to these crystals is making your ears wobble a bit. Like there's some sort of hum in the air.
They detect as evil.
No, they're oozes. Oozes are mostly mindless and neutral.
They just want to eat.
Ooh,
Right.
slimes want a slime, baby. Pudding wants the pudding.
Bloody pity.
I guess we making a mental note of this place and continue on unless you want to blast them. I can't blast them.
Really bothering anybody.
They seem to be having the time of their life, having a little nibble.
Eating people, but
Oh, they're eating like corpses and stuff.
Yeah, these people aren't salvageable. Additionally, they look to be the bad kind of people. Wink. That's a code word for demons.
Huh.
To be specific, a closer analysis would reveal that you're looking at like 3 Templars who seem to be escorting some sort of. You're not quite sure. The demon is in a bad shape.
Weird.
Indeed. Weird. Well, you're free to ignore them if you want. The patch was just something that caught your eye on your fine travels.
Yeah,
So
I
it's-
don't think we're really in the market for saving a demon from a whole bunch of slimes.
Yeah. So this one is called, well, I guess it's called for any number of reasons.
I vote we
Yeah.
leave him.
Yeah. Don't exactly have a way of freeing them, I don't think. Unless we stop bashing at it.
All right. You decide to leave them to their fate and destinies then.
Yeah.
And so you move on in life, onward, until eventually you approach the remains of a forest. The woodlands aren't particularly thick, and the trees are mostly not corrupted or like all wibbly wobbly, fleshy tree. It's all just nice trees, nice grass under your feet. Small shrubs with little berries growing on them. Seems to be wildlife around there as well. Let's see, where the hell... Okay, here it is. Here's the map. I don't know why, but I put the map that I haven't even used in the discarded section. Like a dummy. As you approach, however, at some point, there is just this straight wall of water pouring down. Like, you take one step forward, you're drenched. You take one step back, clear as day. Other than the way the sunlight falls, of course. You're pretty far north, so...
That's weird.
Indeed it is.
I'm bringing an umbrella.
Bring an umbrella.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this kind of rain will impede visibility and ability to attack with ranged weaponry. Also, things would probably be so drenched that fire magic wouldn't be as effective, but you're fighting demons, who cares? You're already fighting uphill. This won't make it any worse. Alright.
Adapting.
You decide to do some quick mental math and go towards where you think the center is, because you'll probably find the source of the trouble over there. Eventually come across a small old fortress of some sorts. The ruins of a settlement. Up-road is the center, you think the center, somewhere in that fortress. But more telling is the fact that there are a bunch of floating skulls hovering around this place. Little glimmering lights that flit in and out of existence. Additionally, there seems to be one of the remaining towers that hasn't collapsed is surrounded by this bubble of shimmering, pure light.
Huh.
Indeed. Huh. I like your gumption. Would you like to undertake any particular course of action?
Floating skull. Right.
Like, you've only just arrived. Also, I don't know why. Let me just check this out, because I think it's this area in particular.
Floating skulls are a bit ominous, I must say.
They might be. They might be. They flit in and out of sight as well.
Meaning they become invisible occasionally?
Yes, you could say that. It's not just the skulls, they're surrounded by more smaller lights as well. Each of which is a tiny skull at the center.
Baby.
Yes. Tiny,
Twinkle skulls.
tiny ephemeral twinkle skulls. Twinkle, twinkle.
Okay, these tokens are kind of. I like 'em. Little stars for the eyes.
Stars. Stars. Alright, well, as I said, this is where the rain seems to be centered on. There's a big old glow of shimmering light in one of the towers.
Hmm.
I think we should push through the rain.
I mean, you've been pushing through the rain so far to get here.
Hmm. Maybe there's something here causing the rain. Hopefully. So I can.
That would make a lot of
it.
sense, wouldn't it? That would make too much sense.
Yeah, in this chaotic place. Maybe.
What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Let me put up the right area stuff. I think this is... No. M? No. There we go. Putting up qualified, gentlemen.
Can we try and identify what those flying skulls are?
Yes.
They are
Knowledge,
are
religion.
they-
No, wait, this is dungeoneering, actually. Although religion would also apply.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
They're will-o-wisps. It seems to be the local flavor, for these to have a more defined skull shape in the center. But they are distinctly will-o-wisps. They have the crackliness, the multiple smaller selves nearby, the natural invisibility. You recall that they're immune to magic, but they're not that tough. They're just kind of hard to hit right, since the proper material center is kind of small. They're considered aberrations from the airplane.
Not undead or anything.
No,
They just
But they're-
happen to look like skulls.
but there are lots of religious connotations attached to will-o-wisps, so knowledge religion would also work.
Yeah. They are known to lure people into dangerous
They
situations.
feed on fear, so they love it when people are terrified of sinking into the marsh.
Yep.
Supposedly, though, some of these will-o-wisps are good-natured and will help people, but that's just rumors. Potentially spread by people with ill wills. Wouldn't that be something?
Hmm.
So,
Well,
you could try to stake out and see if there's anything else inside, because these creatures probably didn't make this storm.
unlikely, though they are aligned with the air.
I think big storms like this are really capable of being made by will-o-wisps. Kind of too small.
Yeah, that's what I said. They aren't known for creating storms or weather magic.
Hmm. Could be they're just attracted to the area then.
Yeah, I'd say just keep an eye out, I guess.
Hmm.
Examine the surroundings before charging headlong in.
All right.
Yes.
You spend some time examining the building. Whoever has the highest stealth check?
Probably me still.
Then show me the goods. As you set up a little camo shed for yourselves. You manage to stay hidden as you watch some strange sights. By the looks of it, it's not that great to see because it's all rainy and stuff, but you're pretty sure you see dragon-like shapes take off from this place occasionally and fly around, and they harass the large globe of shimmering light every once in a while, and then they settle back in. Who here has a good enough perception check? They think they might hear something. Because there is a particular noise being made that you might pick up on.
Faintly suspect it might be Toulon again.
Because Toulon took the fundamentals. Toulon, you also hear a joyous cackle coming from within. Something like a...
Great, we found Sappy's house.
Yes. And then you watch as a few bolts of lightning strike the orb with viciousness.
Well, that's probably the way the orb then.
Could be. I like your thinking.
Big magical orb.
I think before we charge headlong in, I'll probably, from seeing all the lightning and stuff, throw up a protection from energy on us. Electricity.
Nice. 120 points.
What layer is this token on?
Fun layer.
What is it? Oh, it's on the...
He's
Here.
swooshing.
I put a little B down because I... And now I'm going to show you the aura. There you go. Now you know where approximately the glowing orbs are. I thought it was visible, but it's kind of hard to see with all this rain. Alright, to give everyone protection from what? Presumably electricity, since you saw a big old lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Yep. 120 points of electricity resistance.
It'd be great if you just got shot with some lightning and you get to go, ha ha ha! And then the little fox goes, man, I can't stop smiling at the little weenie.
Get the laughing foxes.
It's such a little weenie!
That would be creepy to hear in a dark forest.
It would be.
This weird, high-pitched laughter coming from the bushes.
It would be hilarious, though, if someone just told a terrible joke and he's like, at least someone likes it.
And the forest pixies are liking it.
And then they kidnap him. It's like, well, they liked more than just his jokes. They liked all of him. Good riddance. Well, you've taken you've cast your little spell. It seems to be quiet for now. You're in a lull of the action.
Alright. How should we approach this place?
There seems to be a stairway off to the east of the building where the will-o-wisps don't go. It will provide you a nice quiet entrance, and it's close to the tower?
Wonder why they don't go there.
Maybe there's things there that like to eat will-o-wisps for breakfast.
Or maybe that's the good side of the building.
Ooh. That's where the cool will-o-wisps get to hang out.
Pompadours and their leather jackets.
Thought of a pompadour and a will-o-wisp is amusing me.
Especially with those eyes.
We're not playing Bobobo. No pompadours on my skeletons and across my arms, being all cool, yeah.
Alright. Should we try the east side then? Just be on the lookout for anything that might be wanting to eat will-o-wisps and traps.
The gang wants to attack it, wants to storm the fortress. Please play the song as is befitting in your head. Oh wait, there's some other dudes I need to pull up before we... You can go ahead and do what you want. I'll tell you if something bad happens. I need a lot of monster sheets. There's just a big old... I don't know what it is with Pathfinder and their desire for variety hour, but they don't make variety the way they should. It's like, let's have 8 different monsters that all technically just do exactly the same thing and pretend it's variety. You know what real variety is? Mwah, a creature that's fundamentally different and challenges the player from a different perspective, and then you mix them together in weird ways, slowly building up a learning curve, like a video game. And then in the final fight, they're like, we know all these elements. We can use our brains. Not here, though. You're just going to fight every demon in the book, and then the creators are going to be proud of themselves for selling you 6 bestiaries. Alright, gang. You're approaching a building. That smells a bit. Might be the rain, though. It's like, the floor is basically the wettest mud you're ever going to find. This has been raining for a few weeks by now, if not more. Which is a nice way of saying that it's like a big negative to your stealth checks if you want to sneak. Because you're just splashing all over the place. You find yourself near the small staircase. It's a bit cramped, but you can make it up it. Some debris in the way.
Isn't everything else also making scorching noise anyway? Because it's raining.
Yes.
And the rain should be dampening noises as well.
It should be. It should be.
Like, that heavy rainfall, that heavy will kind of deafening, I think. Slamming down on the ground.
Good old slap. Let's see. This weather counts as heavy rain. Heavy rain reduces visibility to 1/4 normal range, which doesn't really affect you in this context, but resulting in a -6 to perception checks. The heavy rain automatically extinguishes unprotected flames and imposes a -6 penalty on range attacks. Yeah.
So fire's just bald.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, your attack bonus is high enough that this shouldn't be a massive concern.
My hair is struggling to remain fabulous.
It's just getting kind of sad, really. Let's go kill the weather ball. Luckily, Tulot is a stout dwarf, so he has no issue stepping up these slippery steps. The rest of you do kind of have to hold on if you want to make your way up. Alright. Whoever here makes it to the top first will get to see what's around the corner. I can assure you, they are some handsome gentlemen awaiting your arrival. I guess you could say like half a dozen of these weird maggot-like creatures are hounding up the exterior-most section of the wall of shimmering light. There's a okay, let me just recolor this because it is a little bit... Oh, okay. I brought the location marker into existence. I did not bring the token onto the proper layer. There! Now you can see it. Jesus Christ.
Look at that dog.
Look at that beak. Look at that beak. This is what you get when you try to be fancy but you're stupid. You guys are unimpeded by this wall. You don't notice anything. These creatures, however, seem definitely like about it. If you were any closer, you could smell that their breath just smells of bleh.
Yeah,
Corpses.
It's not a flavor I enjoy.
Corpses, to be specific. The bleh of corpses. They will spend a little bit of time whacking at the wall, and then they just sadly droop off in defeat.
All right, well, that's weird.
That was the thing that happened.
It did happen, didn't it? It did happen, didn't it?
Can't deny that.
So, can you go in there, or is there a wall in front of you?
As I mentioned,
It doesn't impede us.
Oh.
you might be able to recognize that this is a mixture of a protection from evil and a hollow spell.
Oh. All right.
right at home.
Might be why those will-o-wisps didn't really bother with this section.
Hmm.
See that something like that would be put up here.
You should swoosh right there.
Swoosh.
Probably.
Alright, Swoosin gang. Today is the day for Swoosin. Toulon, you walk into the field. The effects of hollow and all are quite nice, actually. Hollow. Because I think
Yeah.
it makes good boys feel good.
Well, Hallow does incorporate the magic circle against evil effect.
No, it's protection from evil. I guess
No.
that's the same. That's a derivative spell. Okay. All right. Point is that while you're within this, you feel as if less harm can come to you. This
It's
particular
like
spell.
Hallow spell has 4 effects.
Mm-hmm.
First one of them is magic circle against evil, which
Sexy.
pretty much same as protection, just not moving.
Marvelous. It is, however, when you get closer towards the hard shimmering section that things get a bit funkier. So that orange circle you see is a globe that consumes a large section of the top tower. Let me just look up the specifics here. The yellow sphere is actually a 120-foot radius, but it's suspended near the top of the tower. The smaller orange one is actually a 60-foot sphere. So you can imagine how voluminous these big balls of shimmering light really are. The yellow sphere is more of a glimmering barrier with the occasional sparkles. The other one is not quite opaque. You can still see through. It's like a silvery glass that surrounds the center.
Oh.
I need to look up another spell. I love looking at more and more spells as Pathfinder just likes to tell me it's a spell. Let's take a look-see. Ah, that is not the spell that I thought it was. What's also really fun is that it doesn't mention what the spell effect that Hollow contains is, and it doesn't mention what Forbiddance does, because you can specify some things. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter because you're not impeded by it either. As long as you're a good boy, the wall will not stop you.
Convenient.
You just kind of wibble through it.
With silvery sphere.
Wibble wobble our way up to the top.
What does it look on the inside? Is it still weird and silvery, or?
There's no rain here for one.
Oh, nice.
So you're actually in like a nice dry zone. What's more interesting than the defensibility of the current weather is the fact that there's this omnipresent light to it. Boop. Let's do it like that. So hey, you can dry yourself off here.
Yep. Fire is shaking his hair out.
Goes back to its full volume.
Just settles itself and starts waving like fire again.
Marvelous.
Alright. Well, this is nice and weird.
Cariel, you find yourself adjacent to a door. The door is barred, which is to say that it's locked from the inside by a big beam.
I knock politely.
A polite knock does not penetrate the harshness of the rain.
Oh.
Yeah, you can still hear it. It's out there. So.
Knock more firmly, but still politely.
Okay.
Actually, I just realized that due to the specifics on how that sphere works, I should just draw a 60-foot sphere of weather exclusion. Because the sphere does grow larger higher up. That's a bit better. This nice overhang. All right, you knock a bit more firmly. Was it?
Forcefully. Not like angrily, but like, you know, louder.
Put your paws up in the air like you just don't care. Pa-pa-pa. You give him the ultimatum. To either dance like you just don't care. Eventually you hear a voice on the other side, which simply wishes to know who you are. That you have been able to get this close.
We're from Dresden, and we were coming here to investigate the whole big rain cloud situation. And since this was like a huge glowy spot in the middle of the thing, we thought here would be a good place to start.
If you want to get this rain to stop, you'll have to take it up with the hag herself.
Okay. Do you know where we'd, find said hag?
I don't know, she set up shop somewhere within this fortification? I imagine if you just make a loud enough ruckus, she'll come to you.
Okay. That's a good enough plan as any.
So you're here to investigate the rain, you're not looking for someone, right?
Were we looking for someone? I think we were just coming here to figure out what the hell was going on with the rain.
Yes. If we were supposed to be looking for someone, I don't remember.
So, you're from Dresden, right?
Ostensibly.
What are you?
I am an oracle. Not a priest. People get that confused a lot.
And God says, I'm sorry, alright. You don't sound like a demon, at least. Or you're that very convincing slut from the Ivory Sanctum.
Hey. No need for calling names. But I'm pretty sure I'm as far from a demon as you could possibly get.
Yes. Yes, you are. You are literally the opposite on the axis, yes. Well, just go take care of that witch, then. Do us both a favor.
Hey. Do our best. Guess we're going to go fight a witch then.
Oh.
I'll be back when we've beaten up the old lady.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't hear a thing through the whole that rain.
Well, it's a bit more quiet here, since the rain isn't on your ears, so.
My perception
Still
is
be
crap.
like hitting a roof.
He's too busy trying to get his hair straight.
Yeah.
You have
Getting
no
all the,
idea.
like gel and stuff.
Fire is not very observant.
Ah, we're done? Marvelous.
Yes. Oh, you have a witch to kill. Alright then. Don't know why, but let's do it.
Alright.
Probably means dealing with all these dogs over here.
Back into
Let's see. What are there? Do they have any specific senses? Oh. Oh. No. Nothing to note. Their names are weird, though. They're called Grimslakes. What a weird name. What a weird name. Sounds
You
like
guys have weird names.
it's a weird souvlaki, I'd say.
Okay, well, they still didn't seem to be able to get through this shimmering field here, so,
I mean, more like they seem discouraged from doing so. They can't get through the glass sphere, probably.
well, they are nicely grouped up there, so,
Yeah.
Fire at will.
Y'all know the drill.
Abracadabra.
Completely.
Explosiono. Oh no! It's empowered.
Eh,
You throw all the big boys and all the big beans into one big heap and spend your whole surprise round just blasting an area. All right. Are they evil? They are. They're also extra planar, but they're not demons. They are not demons. They're aberrations. Doesn't change the fact that this is against evil creatures with the evil subtype. So, kaboom.
increased by half.
Can you roll me the extra? So this is the D6 version, right?
No, this is the D10 version.
Can you roll me an extra 5d10 because you're using Empower?
That's that would be 150 points of damage.
The Empower does not get maximized, I think. Or does that work with this? No, it's a maximize spell. Maximize is separate. I'm not going to bother rolling saves. Despite the rain, they are incinerated. They were like, your fireball takes like a second, first like a little sputter against all this water, and then the magic takes full hold, and there's just this roaring.
Hooray!
Well, that should get the witch's attention.
It does. There's suddenly a lot of
make
noise
it-
coming from around you.
It's a big ruckus.
Big ruckus in Little China. I need to pull up the XP tally though. I need to throw all these goons on the pile. There were like 6 of them. Let's see, 6 times 2. I'm doing math. Session 21.
Wow.
I love 144 because that is 12 squared. Doesn't that just fill you with glee? It's also the number you got is 120 squared, which is 10 times 12. Exciting! You learn something every day.
Matt,
Learn stuff every day.
just like our friend Snoop says all the time.
Hey, you can't feel bad about yourself if you at least try. All right. Let's take a closer look. Okay, I got a whole bunch of dudes who will decide to say that's bad. So we're gonna see. Why can't I? Oh, I need to. Do I need to point to the? No, I just didn't feel like doing it. Just didn't feel like doing it. Oh my god, it's because of the stupid locational markers. These guys are all scrunched up. The whole fortress comes to life. At least that's what happens in like a moment. Because to be fair, with all this rain, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Man, I'm so tempted to follow the Pathfinder 2 thing of just making initiative a thing that's a product of your gobbledygook. Ashes, get off the initiative. You're on it twice, and you're on it none.
Meanwhile, in Ashes' grave.
Spinning!
Fire shot him so hard, he's still spinning.
Or I'll put you in jail so fast your head will spin. What was that? Was that Dark Seed or was that Harvest? It was one of those wacky games from the wacky era of wacky TV.
I think it might have been
Wackadoodle-doo.
Harvest.
Your head will spin.
That game sure exists.
Wait. Why are there Rift Drakes and Rift Drakes? Oh no, those are the Riders. Why are they called Rift Drake? Well, I got mixed up because they both use similar tokens. That's why. Because I'm dumb. Let me just change their names so that I'm not dumb anymore. Drake, Rider, and their hit points are their hit points. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll just copy this. I'll manage. 179. And he's a Drake Rider. Yarter. Wait a minute. That might be where that word comes from. I learned something today. All right. Fire. You hear the... you probably don't even notice that the place is coming to life because, your perception is bad.
It's non-existent, yes.
But you're quite certain that a fireball that marvelous roar would probably get someone to come outside, and you can just give him the old eye treatment. You might shoot an innocent person, though.
Alright, well. Yes, I'm sure that should have worked as a lure. I'm just gonna give Radiance a blessing.
Nice.
All critical hits are auto-confirmed. Well, against evil foes, but it's a pretty good bet that anything that comes after us here is evil, so...
They do tend to be evil. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
tend to be evil. All right.
I do that, and then I scoot myself into the Silver Sphere to dry off while I wait for the evil to come to us to get its butt beaten.
That is a great way to do it. Buzz buzz. Buzz buzz. It's a bug man. Buzz buzz.
Buzzy booze.
You see the silhouette of a creature that you've seen enough times by now to know what he looks like. You've seen him in good light, you've seen him in bad light. And he buzzes around. Bzz. His opening
Hi.
move will be a drone. In such a way that it will affect, well, I guess Fire and Carrio are the ones that are in range. As it buzzes around. So roll me. That will save. Don't forget you're in a magic circle giving you +2 resistance bonus, which mana stack with your cloaks of resistance.
Hey.
Irrelevant. He
My
is
brain do
irrelevant.
work good.
He is irrelevant.
Yeah, technically protection heal.
Actually, it will make a lot more sense for these guys to have their mounts act on their turn. Alright. Then I'll delay their turn until it comes around, goes around. Carriel. There's a boy there, and he's trying to make your ears go wibbly wobbly.
Oh no.
Just like those crystals were.
Don't. Just don't.
Get out your fly swatter, baby. That'll teach him.
Think to start with, I will spend a mythic point.
Just throw it all out there. Show him what you got. Flex those magic
use
muscles. Oh,
Divine
fuck.
Meta Mastery.
Oh,
Ooh.
Means for the next 10 turns, I can have all my spells be treated as if they have Consecrate spell.
oh boy.
Nice.
And then... does that count as an action, though?
So you
As a
can do.
swift
Can you,
action,
okay, so
okay.
quick question: 0 or 1? Don't forget to concentrate as a +2. So
Yeah, but I picked the Divine Meta Mastery twice, so I can use it for
okay,
0, 1, or 2 level.
okay.
I
Just
just-
making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, I forgot to change the description.
Don't
for
worry. I like your style. All right. So you have your consecrated spell. You spend a swift action on that.
Yeah. And then...
Give him the old butt poke.
what would be a good choice for this big dummy? I think I'll just do this Spear of Purity. Oh, it should be 60, I think. It's an evil outsider.
It's an evil outsider, so yes, it takes the full 60 if it, and it's blinded for 1 round. A will save is made. Also, there's that spell resistance going on, so 21 you gotta beat. You hit. All right, will save it is.
And Toulon's here also.
Poor guy's hit for 60, was it? And he's blinded. You watch as his flight goes from semi-elegant bug flight to... as the rain is already confusing enough to its bug senses.
So elegant flight to fly, wondering what this weird force field in its path is. Bonk.
Something happens. And then, finally, the star of the act gets to move into action. She has to squeeze through some spaces first, though. Then... Marvelous. Well, she's already used her heresy ability, so I can't even use that. What would she use for this circumstance? There's nothing she can really throw out there. Kinda has to see you guys to do the best stuff. We'll get to that. She'll just, squeeze her way a bit further than staying in cover as best she can, given the fact that she's kind of like awkwardly shuffling her way down. One of those mounted creatures you saw earlier takes to the skies. It goes up and then comes down for a diving strike.
What is this? The Olympics?
Not the Olympics. Let's see. This creature will specifically... Well, it mostly just goes for the good old classic tail slap against you.
Yes.
That misses?
Yeah, I used the time between things to get some of the armor from the storage thing.
You have a +2 breastplate, a +2 heavy shield.
Oh yeah, breastplate is supposed to be the other thing. I changed the stats, but not the name.
All right. Well, I like your heavy shield, so that's nice.
Yeah, I'm bad at writing. Okay.
Don't worry. You should be worried about your heavy shield. She chuckles so silly. However, man on the back of this creature is going to use his spirited charge. And he'll go for the accurate one.
Boy. Ow.
Ouchie baba.
Thankfully the electricity doesn't kick in, but still, dang.
Flying through the air with the greatest of ease, a drake and its rider land on the wall. He holds out his spear and issues a simple command: lay down your arms. Which is mostly because he can't do all that much else. Tulonic man. Heresy detected. I mean, I could just show you heresy. I'm sad I don't get to use it. Basically, they see a naughty word. They say heck!
Oh no.
Villains.
The problem is that we have an oracle who doesn't necessarily worship a god, and we have a paladin who worships an esoteric one.
Well,
Worships himself.
Fucking player guide, play Iomade, the adventure. I don't know what to do anymore. They just didn't do it. This module is the most ridiculous thing ever. I love it in a weird way. It makes so many assumptions. It is hilarious. All right, Toulon. The Durachni is slowly coming to the ground, so you can go for their knees. And the Drake Rider is briefly in reach. Both the Drake and his rider are briefly in reach.
Right, I believe Nangus gets a not multi-attack because of having one natural attack normally.
Ooh.
Why is Roll20 so slow to load character sheets? I don't get it.
Because there's a lot of stuff in them. Which is weird because they're mostly just JSON files, which are pretty compressed, like, text documents. What if you made a JSON file of a picture?
Since Nangus's character sheet hasn't been updated in a while, I'm not sure what his
Let's take.
attack bonus should be.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Let's go see what animal companions look like at level 11, since we're going to pull it straight, because this is not the campaign not to do that. Let's see. At level 11, his BAB is +6. And I think he's large, yeah. His strength bonus should be +D from the natural, as should his dex be.
Level 12.
Oh yeah, level 12. BAB is +7 in that case. Strength and dex bonus is +4. Natural arm bonus is +8. 5 feats, 10 skill points. Ooh, look at all those stats. That's one strong boy.
Bark.
Bjork. Broof. Boo. That boo always gets me. I don't know, it just goes boo. To be fair, I think most people would be terrified if they saw like a tiny, highly aggressive dog in the middle of a forest while they were just going for a walk at night. Because that's not supposed to be there.
Does Nenjisa have a trip attack?
Yeah, like the bites
Wolf
plus
strike.
trip.
Alright.
So 7 plus 25 strength gives me +7, so I think the attack should be +14.
Mm-hmm.
Add that in.
So who is Nanga specifically attacking? The rider or their mount?
Probably the rider, if possible.
Gosh. Well, the rider is about to get nipped at his heels.
Yeah.
Armor class 23.
Where are the attacks on this sheet? Or whatever, I'll just roll a d20 +14.
You can. You are allowed to. Oh, that just hits. What a poor man. There's a lickable screen that can recreate any taste, and people are thinking about lava.
Hilarious.
Alright, well, roll me the damage and that CMB on trying to trip this guy while he's sitting on his mount.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either.
Well, it's more like you're pulling him out of it, essentially. Gosh, I can't imagine Angus is having a nice time being soaked. Just wet fur to the bone.
Yeah. So CMB should be 15.
Nope. What do you do, Toulon, with your actions? With your turn? I saw you moving up.
Yeah, I guess I'll just love the Arachne.
Fear.
Alright. Gonna use amazing initiative to gain an extra action, which I'm going to use to call in some more divine energy into radiance.
Your weapon is getting a bit silly.
Yep, it glows very brightly as I call in the ancient holy prayer of goddess speed up.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. So I'm adding speed to radiance, which is 1 extra attack at highest attack bonus.
Nice flurry of blows, monk.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use the bonus attack on the Arachne.
Ooh. Ooh.
I think that might hit.
And there goes Toulon for a big hit on a big boy. And we got 10 on the Arachne.
Oh yeah, because it's an evil outside, it also takes 7 from the holy.
Of course it does.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course it does.
Good point. I've got Holy on my great axe as well.
Poor guy is not having a great day. All right, so you've taken your extra little boy shot. What else do you want to do?
Then I'll use my full action. Yeah, heavy rain, so -6 on everything. That's all green. Well,
So who are you shooting at again?
the big flying locust dude.
The big flying locust dude. Armor class
Eh.
is 26, so that's that's 2 hits, 1 for 6 and 1 for 12. First one hits if that matters in any way.
Oh yeah, first attack hits, so that's
Another
8. And how many of them hit?
Just 2 of them. Its AC is 25. Another 12 for all those nice holy blasts.
Yeah.
In its blindness and confusion. Oh wait, no, its AC is actually lower than that. I'll just roll again, because I think that 24 would also hit, given that it's blind. Let me just redo with the math here. Let's see. Oh, actually, the 19 also hits. So, just roll me 4 more d6s for your holy.
Yep. And the critical is auto-confirmed, if that...
Oh yes, in that case, it's just dead already.
Pom pom.
It is pelted with arrows which beam magical light, and it flops to the ground with a little fart noise. Cool. That lets me close one of the monster sheets. This one can go away as well, and that one too, technically. That one too. Oh, that cleans up so nicely. Nice clean up. Cariel.
Okay, time to. Well, I'm going to step.
Taking a step.
Big step. And then going to use a swift action to cast Cold Ice Strike.
Oh.
Rift Drake and its rider.
Oh. Oh.
And Consecrate spell is still in effect.
Still in effect, yes. Let's see, any particular resistances to a chilly time? The Drake does not. The Rider is somewhat resistant. Alright, so let's see. 1d6, okay, so that's a lot. That's 72 damage, if I'm correct. Since it's maximized.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
frosty time. Let's see. Casting time is a swift action. What? Is that legal?
Apparently.
I'm going to have to double check that one because this baffles me that such a powerful attack spell would be a swift action. Let's see. Oh, 6th level cleric. I just kind of want to shrug. Like, okay. Why?
Like it's basically a spell that has Quicken built in.
I
Like
guess
it's
Yeah.
a 3rd level spell with Quicken.
that's the thing. It's okay. Why would you do that? A feat exists. Thanks. Okay, goodbye. All right. Well, they get blasted by your little frosties. Okay, 72. They get to make a reflex save for half. This is for the boy. This is for the boy. They don't have good saves. Not good enough against you, at least. Let me just make sure I got the right one because these tokens are overlapping. So that's 72, and this guy takes 62. What do you want to do with your actual action, milady?
Fireball.
I think I'll do. Yeah. Why not?
Just imagine the Donkey Kong explosion.
Can I hit all of them without getting too long?
You can hit me, I don't care.
Boom, boom.
Eh. But if you fail the save, you are dead. Oh no, you have enough health to maybe survive.
Also, it wouldn't count as consecrated against me, would it?
No.
Oh yeah, so you would just take normal damage. Okay. In that case, yeah. That and
All right. Oh my god. Now that's some sassy magic over there. All right, Tualon, you can make your saving throw. I mean to roll saving throws for a whole bunch of people now. Let's see. We got a reflex for 2.
ooh,
A flying eggplant. Can you roll me your empower damage, please?
Yep.
That's 100 plus 19. Oh, lucky you. You made it. 119 goes down to 9 and 159. Oh, his mount is dead though. This guy's mount eats a whole bag of crap.
You know, Lance there shouting about lay down your arms, and then his mount explodes from underneath him.
Actually, can you roll me some spell resistance against the 2 Drake Riders? It's SR19.
okay.
Success
I am a
and
surge at that.
and success. Okay, nothing changes. What about the lady in the back? Oh hell, that's a good surge.
Yeah. You made it.
You made it.
And I've got evasion, so I take no damage.
Nice.
Even with a plus 11, she does not succeed, and she has no particular resistances, so she's just given the old scorch 'em. She is, after all, chaotic evil. That ought to teach her.
Boom.
What I don't like is that the token that shows me the radii keeps popping in and out of existence. It's just great. It's just great.
Scroll the token just off screen, it disappears.
Yeah.
The big magic egg.
I need to pull something up on this creature. I think I've used this creature before in the Emerald Spire. It shows up in a room there. In like I think an endless falling room where you just keep looping. The walls have little climbing holes and they're all filled with bugs that try to nibble at your fingers. Let's take a look. See, natural weapons treated as for the purposes of okay. It's with both claw attacks. Okay. A bite costs us okay. Let's take care of this. Into existence pops a boy.
Oi.
It would like to take a little, just a little nibble out of good old Toulon. Allow me to tell you what rot does. Additionally, if both claw attacks hit, I would love to tell you what penetrating strike does, or I mean, dismantle armor. But I think your armor class is better than the 22, right?
Yeah.
Good. Then you only take the 1. It's trying to peel you open. Anyway, give me that fort save. Oh no, wait, that's if the rot persists. Okay. Well, we'll take care of that later then, when your turn comes around. For now, however, you've been hit with rot. Lady is angry. But because these modules were written by fucking morons, they're all clerics and they're all partial clerics because they're all monsters. And I just want them to give me a wizard that has a plan.
Just one wizard.
Just one not cleric that is like, oh, I'm 9 levels in cleric. Well, they're level fucking 12, motherfucker. How about you get some levels and actually cast some good spells? Ugh. It's like this whole thing is designed to be as easy for you as possible. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. She'll come running and charging in for some reason below everyone else. Go.
I'm a witch.
To the front, lady. To the front. She'll run with reckless abandon towards... Poor guy falls on the floor. Runs towards Toulon with a spell in her hand. The spell is called Slay Living. She'll just...
partial, you see.
Mm-hmm. Despite being called Slay Living, it is not an instant death spell. Who would have thunk?
Okay, so I take 3d6 and what's her cast level?
Her caster level is 9.
That's not great.
That's a bit. The subject might die from damage even if it succeeds on a saving throw.
Yeah, in case the 3d6 kills them.
No, I guess so.
But that's such a weird specifier.
Yeah.
Fireball might kill you, even if you make your...
Yeah, it might.
Most things can still kill you, so long as they do damage.
This Drake Rider is very depressed over the circumstances.
Poor guy, I feel bad.
You killed his best.
dog.
You killed his best boy. He'll take a step back and just start. You know what? He's not gonna take a step back. He's gonna take a step towards you, Cario. You killed his mount. Stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it.
First one hits.
Luckily, you're still surrounded by a feel-good field of anti-electricity. I mean, the witch is not the one casting lightning spells, but it's still paying off, surprisingly. With a marvelous move, Toulon, Ateo comes to slap at your feet. And a spirited charge comes to hit you in the side with power attack. Vroom. Just gotta verify this thing has flyby attack, so it's just gonna leave now. See ya.
Idiot.
Guess who's earned themselves the next attack? Toulon, there's quite a few people who want to say hello to you today. Have you considered the art of shaking hands? Grab firmly and shake confidently. And don't forget to buy the new AD&D Eye of the Beholder Classic for PlayStation 5.
Okay, hold up. I've been bothered about lunch for the past few minutes, so it wasn't personal what was going on. What is going on?
Okay.
Well, there's some dudes standing around you having a fun day. And a rider came in to stab you, but missed.
Okay, good.
And they try to tail whack you.
Yeah. So I believe I get like a like I still haven't parsed the Babylith's attacks, so I should save against rot, I believe.
Yes! Let's see. Each round the rod persists. Targets must succeed a DC 22 for it to save. Okay, if we make 2 successful saves in a row, the effect is cured. Oop. Oh, it's really, really spunky. Is that I'm in a group sometimes with someone who keeps, like, it's quiet for like 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds. It's quiet for like a second. And the first thing they say is, hello? They seem, they
Yep.
seem legitimately allergic to silence.
Yeah, that sounds pretty obnoxious.
Well, in my case, silence can also mean that my connection has failed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I like someone just finishes their sentence and everyone's like processing it, maybe thinking of a reply, and they're like, hello?
Yeah, okay.
People don't immediately respond, what's going on? Am I dead? Though to be fair, their
I
internet
did?
connection is
Are you dead?
absolutely terrible, so.
Mm.
They, for some, I
Probably
don't
just
know how,
paranoid.
but they keep having a consistent problem where they have a one-way connection. Like, they can talk to us, but they can't hear us. And it's like Twilight Zone of Discord calls.
Okay, so what was the 3d6 rolled on the Slay Laven?
Let's see, if you make your saving throw against Slay Living, which she did, it's 3d6 plus 9. So let me just roll that for you.
Yeah.
Beep bop boop, beep bop boop. No, that's 3d9, not 3d. What a delightfully average roll. Oh, a min, a max, and an average.
Yeah. And then I take 20... No, just 18. From the Shock and Lance, I believe. Okay, I think that's... Oh, I still get... -5.
I think you still
And
have that
the-
protection from energy, right?
Yeah, so that's why I didn't take the electricity.
Marvelous.
And Drift Drake, I believe, hits me with the tail slap, so it gets to try to trip me.
Nice. Whoop. Wow, a 2.
Well,
You are firm. I don't have to guess you're going to make that, since you're a dwarf.
yeah. Yeah, 33 CMD, and I believe, like, a lot more
Yeah,
against
37 against Trip, yes. Well, dwarf, it is your time to shine. How about you show them how to actually use a weapon? Apparently the
Yeah.
spider who knows how to hit things.
Okay, so I'm going to do the cool move and spend 2 mythic powers.
Ooh.
Cool time.
That's a lot of gumption you're throwing out there, buckaroo.
Yeah.
Super juice.
That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of sippy cups. Watch me as I take up my sippy cup and slurp.
Congratulations.
Remember to stay hydrated with your
Remember
friend
this-
Hydrobot. Ugh, remember that stupid shaving machine that showed up at one of the E3s, was it?
Oh god, I do remember. Things sent from the future to save us all.
To save us all from
failed.
bad deals on shaving equipment. I just want to live in a world where that is just the only thing that happens at anything.
Oh, my connection to the server has been interrupted. That's the problem. Okay. Wonder why that happens. Gosh, Rollwind is just breaking apart.
Quality service that always works. They promise.
There's Hydrobot. The schrick. Why did they put in so
There
much
he
effort?
is.
Why did they put in so much effort?
Everything but the head.
I grab you by your petards and shake your arm out. Why did they put in so much effort? People who believe that Saturdays are made for dads don't put in that much effort.
Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, there we go. Fear my full attack, Babylith.
Fear the wrath of a little man.
Oof.
Holy cannoli!
That's juicy.
Would you like to roll me the 6d6 extra good damage from your holy?
Yeah, sure.
Once you decide to squash some insects.
Bink, bonk, donk.
Oh, that's min and a max and a bunch of. Let's see. It's down to 10
Got a
from
pair of
150 to
wings.
10. Also, at least one of those dealt 50 damage. No, wait, the last one almost did, but didn't. Wait. No, that's not even. Oh man, just inches away from that fire. The Bebelith goes from indecent shape to missing a few limbs and having some joints cracked the wrong way.
Alright. Can I use my bonus attack on the Bibelith then?
Yes. Kapew! Kapew! Roll me the extra. Just don't roll snake eyes. You got exactly what you needed.
Exactly.
This little arrow plinks on its head and it just goes.
It just explodes.
And it just sags in. It just collapses like a tent. Well, you have the rest of your attacks, and there's a witch over there.
Yep.
There's also
I
this
clear-
nasty guy with his big lance, so... There's also these guys with their lances.
Yeah. Well, let's drop the witch first. I declare her naughty in my sight.
You're a
so
bad lady.
smite evil on her. Let's
She will simply ask, wait, what?
and then goodbye.
So your crits auto-confirm, right?
Yep.
That one would have confirmed already anyway.
Would you like to roll me some many-shot first? So, okay, thank you. I needed that.
it's-
Okay, so the first one brings her down to 78, and then the 85 knocks her into negatives. Then the 25 just turns into a nice big problem over there somewhere. As your arrows imbued with the Rastal's holy fury, launch her like ballista bolts against a small, innocent baby. Cario.
Small or innocent.
Cario, everything hurts. I'll let you throw that final attack against the poor guy on foot.
Yeah.
Cario, there's a good chance the guys over here who want to kill you.
Well, I'm going to start off with a swoosh.
On this guy,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna bother rolling for him. I think he can't make it save or not. just roll me the spell resistance again. 17. Okay, you turn him into an ice statue, I presume.
Yeah.
Him and his boy immortalized in ice. Oh yeah, the rain
And
is
then
slowly
on-
starting to clear up, by the way.
And then on the other guy, I'll just...
You flame strike the other guy. Oof. Let's see. It's a
Maximized.
vertical column. It's maximized too. Yes. So how much damage is that maximized? Oh yes,
I think it's the
72.
same, 72. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 72. Spell resistance, please, against the rider specifically. In the meantime, I'll roll their saves. He dies. He is brought down to -2, and his Drake is confused by this. Let's see, the Drake gets to roll me its reflex save.
Dad, where did you go?
And it too just is dead. At least they die together. It's no
Give me
longer
your
no.
pillar of flame.
Yeah, that definitely turned things around for you. After a moment
Hooray.
of standing around gormlessly, or however you stand around, the rain clears up completely. It's still wet, everything glistens and is smoothed by erosion, but hey.
Is there a rainbow?
There is a rainbow. You need the sun in your back, so it's to the north somewhere.
Yo.
Did you know you can only see a rainbow if the rain is on the opposite side of where the sun is? Wink!
Oh, yeah, it's reflect.
Yes, and that's what we call sexalicious. From the building emerges an individual.
Oh.
The shimmering globes vanish after a moment, and you are presented with a lady whose name, like many names in this godforsaken book, is a mouthful.
Yeah, that's something.
Let me see. There are too many vowels in this. But a Ruchelet is easily sayable, although it does sound like it wants to be some other names too. She is completely flabbergasted by the fact you did it so cleanly, so efficiently. Cariel, do you make any effort to hide the fact that you're big fucked up?
Not really. I mean, kind of exhausted.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Could you put the heal number like at the top?
Yeah, I probably should.
We don't need to read the description.
Give me a moment.
Like, I can heal myself pretty well.
There, on a scale from 72 to 27, you are now... Okay, on a scale from 72 to 0, you are now a... Surprise us. 63.
And too long it gets... Okay.
He gets the big hand.
Yeah.
Big slap.
That's big slappy. The individual that comes out of the door has cool art. So guess what you're gonna get to see? You're gonna get to see some cool art.
Oh.
To replace that Hydrobot.
Ooh.
Well, they are cool.
Well, they have a star knife.
I appreciate that you're able to identify the star knife.
Yeah, it's such a dumb-looking weapon.
It is a dumb-looking weapon.
It really is.
They took it. It's also the fact that it's in Starfinder. I kind of like it because stupid future weapons is very much a Shadowrun thing to have. Because nano machines let you do anything, but in this world, it just feels a little silly. Though to be fair, this is also a setting where there's an area where magic doesn't work, so people started inventing guns. It's a setting that does whatever the hell it wants. I'm pretty sure that Oriental Adventures is somewhere over there, and they're just waiting for it to be okay again.
To the east, TM.
It's actually to the west.
Oh.
Is there like an India somewhere? India version?
There's that the Al Qadim-esque place to the south somewhere.
No. Like, what's Wudrani?
Probably. You can find every country in the world here, in just the inner sea. And then you have a continent the size of fucking Africa that's homogenized somehow. Fantasy writing. It's always...
Do whatever the hell you want. Have fun.
Europe has 5 Hogwartses, but Asia has 1, and it's in Japan, and everyone's okay with that for some reason. Also, A hat can decide your entire life for you. A hat.
Yeah, don't think too hard about that
Even the SATs don't do that for you. You can escape the SATs if you just run hard enough.
Yeah. Tianxia, that's not the Chinese equivalent.
I hope they have their own version of Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And then in Starfinder times they have Dynasty Warriors.
Well, it is a really large land area, so
I hope they have it. The Yellow Turban Rebellion. Mwah! Cao Cao's defeat. Mwah! Actually, it could be Fao Fao, because the C is all weird. Ugh. Pinging is funky. Although, no, it is Cao Cao. They just never translated the old version of pinging. Because they're dumb. Because everything is dumb. Because every attempt to translate Chinese is done by an idiot. Enough chit-chat about my frustrations.
We were just letting you have that.
You're letting me have this. The individual introduces themselves. They give their name, and they would like to know who their saviors are.
I'm Cario. The one with the fire hair is named Fire appropriately. That's Tula.
Apparently, that witch had an amulet of mighty fists +2, which very fitting for an Anisag, actually.
Huh.
I like
If you
that.
want to punch, now is the time.
I mean, her claws are pretty bad. They're pretty nasty.
Yeah,
mm,
that's wow. Identical.
Fire Volted, Fire, formerly of Erastil, now my own agent. Of
Your-
good.
Your own agent of good. An Oathbreaker paladin?
I wouldn't say an Oathbreaker. I just
He's the world's most powerful narcissist.
He is powered by his own arrogance.
It's truly incredible.
He's a flame that feeds himself.
yeah. Self-perpetuating fire.
I mean, that is actually a pretty good name for a saint or a god. Like, the fire that feeds itself, because it's so illogical. I like it. Anyway, Arushale would like to shake your hands. At this point, you become somewhat aware that you share some features with demons that you know of. Like, there's demons, there's tieflings, and then there's her, which is like way on the demon scale of things.
I mean, the big wings, the horns, everything. It's very demony.
The fact that her hips sway with every step in a way that
But
feels
also-
both natural but also exaggerated.
Given that she was at the center of like a super good sphere, I have a feeling she's not on Team Demon.
She holds up a little bell, actually. A little silver bell, and says that the sphere came from this. That wasn't her doing.
Oh. Well,
Um,
still, if you're inside it.
I mean, it doesn't quite stop them. It mostly kept the tower intact. The thing she used, by the way, is a Bell of Mercy, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's a mighty fine bell you have there, then.
A Bell of Mercy may be destroyed by transporting it to the Abyss, where it must be struck by an adamantine unholy longsword wielded by a Balor Lord. If you chafe off even 1 inch of that longsword and it's a short sword, doesn't count.
You must be this long to sword.
Listen, I personally love the mental image of a hero who sits in a tower and his sole goal is to chip a bit off his longsword so it doesn't count anymore. Goes into the Abyss, sits in a tower for 7 weeks waiting for this to happen, and just sniper shots him into looking like a dummy. Now that's an adventure.
Yeah, the Hello Lord would have to get near the
So,
thing to do.
you're a paladin. Who are the rest of you? It seems we have an Azmar, if I may be so presumptuous.
Yeah.
An Azmar. And a dwarf. The only person around here who looks like he actually belongs on this plane of existence. To be fair, all these things around us don't exactly look like they belong here, do they? Actually, I think the Rift Drakes technically do. No, they're Earth. They're also technically not belonging to this plane. In the hardest sense.
Angus
Yeah,
is a really big dog. Does he count?
Is he intelligent? Because my statement was mostly about things that can think.
oof.
He's a good boy. Does that count?
Yes. How about that?
Good big boy.
So you say you came from Dresden. Can I assume that you've taken Dresden from the demons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yep. We've been kicking demon butt all across the plants here.
I guess that explains why I was able to make my escape at all.
Hmm.
It seems that Desna has weird plans in mind for me.
Guess you're welcome then.
Yes. For some reason, Staunton and his compatriots were getting a bit panicked about some sort of incursion. I thought it was other demons. I would have expected there to be another crusade. Especially when they would actually get something done. Considering the previous... Well, I shouldn't have to tell you that there may have been some mistakes made in coordination.
Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, judging by the people currently on the side of good,
Yep, things are looking up.
In theory.
now, I need to pull up I love it when I have to look up the Pathfinder World Map. Because the only map I have is this really massive PDF that chokes up my PDF reader. Alright, which map do you want? Do you want the map that runs, or do you want the map that actually shows you what you need to look at? I'll pull up the Inner Sea map. Where do I have it? Wasn't it? What's it called again? Point is that she would kind of like to know what your plan is, since, why did you even come out here? Like, all that was out here was a big rain cloud. People don't come to a big old rain cloud for nothing. Oh, here it is. I have an actual picture. Nice.
Well, there was some worry that the rain cloud might move. So,
Yeah, people were kind of scared of the rain cloud, so we were like, well, I guess we do everything around here, and then we went out and we investigated the rain cloud.
Huh.
yeah, that's kind of what we do, really.
So, now that you're done in Dresden, have you taken care of the nearby sanctum?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
On the way here,
Okay.
there was also a big dragon.
You've even... Oh, my goodness. You're quite the go-getters then.
Yeah, we've been busy.
So when are you
Also
planning to
people-
move on to the world wound itself?
I think this was the last thing on our to-do list. So,
On your to-do list. So you're waiting for orders, or gonna look at a
Believe
map for
so.
a while, or
we were gonna get some correspondence from the Queen.
like what exactly are you in terms of rank in this crusade? Because if you're part of it, then I would imagine there'd be an army with you. That's usually how the crusades work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all chilling at Dresden, putting buildings back together and stuff.
Yeah, doing peacekeeping work.
I
So
think, strictly speaking, we're in charge.
I want one more answer. Did you with just the four of you, if I have to include the dog, the four of you, take out Cherubeth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
She was like,
Oh.
I'm a pretty woman and I'm gonna give you a wish if you do what I tell you. And we'd be like, nah, you're a demon. And then we hit her really hard in the face.
Hit her until the clonking didn't stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I would love to help you wherever I can, since apparently the momentum is swinging the side of good. I might be able to swing myself to the side of good.
All right. Thought you were already good.
No.
We're
Oh,
willing to do some swinging.
So your paladin senses are like very, very confused at what they're looking at. So allow me to explain. Imagine you're looking at a demon, but they're not evil. Your senses can't make heads or tail of it.
Okay, looking at you is making my eyes go wonky.
It's like fruit made of meat.
She's a succubus, but she isn't trying to immediately suck your soul out of your nostrils with a kiss.
There's
A
no
nose kiss.
sucking going on here.
No nose kisses here, no.
So,
Gross.
yeah, you're a demon? thought you were a tiefling at first, but
Oh. Let's see. Let me pull up her sheet because I need to know the specific statistics. There we go. Oh man, these sheets are so nice that you could open them, close them, like that. All right. But just by clicking the name, you can make it into this little transparent taskbar. It doesn't have to reopen it proper. I don't know why it takes you so long to load them. Because I've never... Although, to be fair, sometimes I've had troubles where it just opens blank. And that's hilarious. Someone in the stream just said a good explanation. It's like looking at fruit made of meat.
Yeah. I said
Well, she's chaotic neutral. She still counts as a demon, but she's lost, like, the evil traits and stuff. So she's kind of an affront to the natural order of things. However, if what she said about Desna is true, and what you remember being written in that prison cell, you might have to defer this to people in charge.
it's like you're an affront to nature, but in a good way.
I hate it. Thanks. I hate it.
Weird. And oh yeah, speaking of candy that's meat, or meat that's candy.
Oh,
Sour Patch
that's
beef
revolting.
jerky, baby.
oh.
I can just say that. Oh, it's Griff. It's Griff in the stream. I don't know why he's just posting in the Discord, but.
Griff, you're stinky.
Oh no! Listen, I don't even know what Sour Patch tastes like, but looking at that makes my tongue go, I would rather jump out of your mouth than stick around for this one.
It's apparently pretty good.
Hey, I don't like beef jerky and I don't like Sour Patch Kids. It's a nightmare.
Ah,
Just,
I mean, that
oh,
is-
gross.
Anyway, Miss Arushale offers her services. She thinks that if the crusade is planning to go anywhere near the abyss, she can definitely help since she's been there a few times herself, coming from it and all.
Nice. We have a native guide. That's
If you ever have need of that, she'll stick around for a while since apparently you're some sort of strike team, considering you're not coming with a whole army of paladins all over the place.
no. They will probably die if we drag them along.
I mean, that's
Doing
not
what
a
we do.
terrible idea given how things work around here. Although it looks like she kicks it like a rock. The rocks aren't as fleshy as they used to be, which I guess means that things don't just come back as dretches the second they're killed.
Nice.
Have you seen that, by
Andy?
the way? In action? No, you haven't, by the way.
Yeah.
But
No.
you could probably speculate that, yes, if the demonic presence was that strong, someone could just immediately resurrect because the abyss is overlapping. And people, they'd go to the abyss, but because they're already in it. And their soul would just whoop. It's like being a vampire, but you're a big lard baby.
Let Lord by.
Oh god, I just remembered I have to count of all the experience points. Sweet. Allow me to just write some math down.
Well, I guess we're inviting more strange people to prison.
You know, at this rate, Dresden's gonna be quite the place.
This might require some talking with the paladins, though.
Yeah, I got a bit antsy when we brought in the tiefling magus that we found tied up in the building.
Yeah, the man made of maggots.
Yeah, then
Maggots.
into
Spiky
This
gargoyles.
yeah, this team is going somewhere.
And now a good demon.
Now a good succubus.
What were the chaotic good outsiders called again?
I think they were the Archons, but I think I'm wrong. I think good is just homogenized.
No, like the different outsiders have their own names.
Like, I know there's Proteans, there's the Monitors.
Like the lawful good outsiders are angels.
Apparently the Azata.
Azatha, right. Yeah, Azatha.
Makes sense.
Guess you
Ammo
Count.
trade.
The neutral good is the Agathions. Ooh.
Yep.
That's a little
Axions.
guy in a pot.
So I guess you count sort of as an Azada now then.
I'm not.
Azada.
She's not quite good. She's neutral, chaotic neutral. The transition process takes a while.
Well, on your way there. That's something.
Additionally, she has mythic powers because she got smooched by a god, as she explains, which is how she's been able to elude detection so well so far.
Nice. We have something like that as well. He just got exploded.
Additionally, one of her special abilities is that she's rich, bitch.
Oh, that's the greatest superpower.
Oh yeah.
Just have money.
Just hilarious. I don't know what it is, but it just cracks me up that I read her stat sheet and one of the special abilities is just wealthy.
Cash money. She's just like, hang on guys, I need to go get my fat stacks of cash from my tower.
Anyway, it's a short session today, but like I said, I haven't prepared book 4. So, do you want to do book 4? And continue on from here, now that we're at the sexy halfway point? Or you begin to think, this is getting a bit silly?
I mean, it is getting a bit silly. We can all agree. Silliness. is
We can all
certainly
agree
there.
that there's a limit to what I can pull off without straining believability.
Well, it's a straight up power fantasy. It's just going in.
And if you want to keep the power fantasy going, that's fine by me.
So what's book 4 then? Like,
You know what? I've read enough to give you a good idea what it is, because I might not have prepared. I did glance, and I did. In book 4, the queen will come to you, the Queen Golfrey herself, and she'll be like, "Hello, kids. How do you do? I need you to go to actual literal hell and stop those crystals." It starts off with you going to a place where you can cross over into the abyss, sort of like the World's Wound. It's like a permanent portal you have to close up, slap it down. Your objectives would be destroy the Nahedrian refinery, find the crystal source and cut off their flow. There's some sort of alliance going on, and you need to close the Midnight Vein, which apparently requires something called the Lexicon of Paradox.
Some fantasy-ass MacGuffin.
Yes. Over the course of this, you will go to a place called... Oh my god, these names. Alushinira. Which you could read as Alushinira. The Porphyry City.
okay, that sounds familiar.
It's a place where you have to become big and infamous boys and push poor innocent lard boys to the ground and go, yeah!
Yeah. One of the abyssal cities.
Yeah, it's one of the abyssal cities, and your main objective would be to become infamous enough to get some push and power, break it up, get some demonic allies to break. It's a whole mess of things, really. But your main objective is just to stop those crystals. Stop that pigeon. Build a marvelous flying machine. I'd be surprised if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Well, that sounds cool.
I mean, if you want to do book 4 and onwards and see how silly this is gonna get, sure. I will not promise that anything will stay standing for more than a round or two, given your firepower. I also can't promise that you'll stay standing for more than a round or two, given that you're all glass cannons.
Whole party of glass cannons. Well, Toulon's not really.
Welcome to Rocket Tag. Welcome to Rocket Tag.
Welcome to Instagib.
Okay, well, this time I'll try to remember to actually maybe buy and sell stuff from this ridiculous list.
So that's one vote for continuing. What does the other two have to say?
I'm down.
Okay. As long as Toulon isn't the biggest no in the world, then we're on, and I'm gonna have to prepare. What gets me most is that a lot of these are like, this is a normal creature, and we slapped some class levels on it. Or here's a creature, we slapped a template on it, and that means I can't just copy it. I have to go through the whole sheet, and I have to check all the little details to make sure that they work. And even then, even though they buff things, I'm always like, this is never going to hold ground. But who cares? It's not my problem. It's your fantasy. If I want to have a game where players are being little babies, I have a Rise of the Rune Lords game.
That could also be something.
Where the druid
Like-
has surprisingly managed to pull himself forward. Rise of the Rune Lords is great. I'm having a good time with it.
Great.
There, is there like the hag had a amulet of mighty fist or something?
Yes.
Like, is there other loot that we can
Oh yeah.
scrounge up from this ruin?
You decide to get out the scrape machine and scrape them dry for their loot.
Yep.
Well, there isn't much. A lot of these are just, demons. However, the Drake Riders have some stuff, and her name is ridiculous. Jaranika. Let's see. The Drake Riders had their +1 shocking lance and their +1 steady leather, so you get 2 of those. Batman's superpower is to be a jar with the David star on it. Batman, your superpowers have gotten sillier ever since Bat Baby.
Griff was talking about the being wealthy.
Right.
Being wealthy and having a lot of spare time is an amazing superpower. The lady herself has 2 potions of cure moderate wounds, as if those would do anything decent. A scroll of greater dispel magic, a scroll of blade barrier, a scroll of heal. Never got to use that one. And an amulet of mighty fists +2, and for some reason she also has 4,000 in change in her room. I'll just give you the deets.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. I think you're all a bunch of bananas. Or weenie linguinis. Whoa!
Please don't call me names.
Man, we could kind of fill up a pool with these.
You know what
healing
weenie
potions.
linguini sounds like? It sounds like cabanera. Pasta. Say goodbye to stream. Next time stream, we're gonna go to Heki. Shield your moms, because these guys are gonna turn into proper devil worshippers. We're gonna summon Satan. Yeah, D&D and stuff. Don't forget, bad won't stop us. What did bad stand for again? Oh my god, let's see, bad, D&D. Bothered about Dungeons and Dragons. They won't stop us! Anyway, bye stream.
Bye.